Let's get the Trader's Edge with Art Cashin, Director of Floor Operations at UBS Financial Services. Art, good morning to you.
Is that the big wind on the floor, Carl?
It's not hot air, we know that.
Okay.
You've been saying for weeks, you got to watch China, and certainly over the last 2 or 3 days, are they telling us where we're going to be eventually?
Well, they certainly, they topped out before the other markets. They had their rebound at the end of '08, long before we had our March bounce. And they had a bit of a sharper rally, and they seem to have peaked out before we did. So they're a bit of a leading indicator. There is a good deal of concern about the validity of some of the economic statistics coming out. People are checking it out. And as I said the other day, we're all going to revert to watching the Baltic Index to see if there really is trade or whether they're just buying these things and putting them in the front lawn like some old country farmhouse.
Hey, Art, Doug Kass, how are you, my old friend?
Hi, Doug.
Quick question. What are the probabilities of the following scenario? That we're in a period of nothingness, where the market has no memory from week to week and really makes no progress to the upside and is not vulnerable much to the downside?
Well, I think that's a distinct possibility in the fact that people are very uncertain. I have never seen, and I mean, you've had a great deal of experience too, I don't recall a period when some of the brightest people around were on poles apart, arguing whether we're going into a recovery and it's going to be credible, or others saying that it's just inventory rebuilding, it's not going to go anywhere. I'm a little concerned, Doug, that we have some kind of eclectic winds pulling together, and I don't want them to become a tropical storm in the market. So I'm going to watch the next 4 to 8 weeks carefully. I had told Joe last week that I wanted to hang back. Let's see what happens when Ramadan starts. There's a lot of geopolitical pressures out there. This could be a very volatile time, but I would be very happy to have your little seesaw market for a couple of weeks. I just think that there might be something a little bigger out there.
Art, you talk about the clunkers today in your notes. We had Mike Jackson on earlier in the show and asked him whether or not this apparent fading interest in the program is a sign that these government-led programs are short-lived, and once they're gone, they open up and show the total lack of demand. Is that an example of how we might wind up in a so-called double dip?
Yeah, I mean, you recall way back when everybody was looking at different things, and I talked about a W, and the other day I said that we may be cresting in the middle of that W somewhere in here. So we've got a lot of things to watch for. The course of action of the dollar is going to be spectacularly important. I mean, PIMCO says it's going down. They're a feeling that the Fed's trying to get it to go down to try and stimulate things. Yet at the same time on the chart, it looks like it might be forming a bottom. This is going to be a very, very critical 6 to 8 weeks to watch.
Joe, it's kind of like what Byron said yesterday. Byron Wiener, that once stimulus runs out, what is it replaced with? Right?
Yep. Yeah, he did a critical 6 to 8 weeks to watch CNBC, Art. Is that what, did you forget that? Is that what you meant, basically? So,
Joe, doesn't that go without saying? The only place they're going to find out what I've got to think is to come on CNBC.
Very, very true. I hope they're, and they probably are watching right now. So,
yeah, and just tell Doug that his reminiscences prompted one of the guys here to bring the original program from Woodstock in. He's got one of the original ones.
Wow.
That is amazing.
Doug was too distracted to collect any souvenirs, right?
He was watching out for all those people, making sure they got back to the motel on time.
Yes, exactly. Art, thanks. We'll talk to you later. Art Cashin. Joseph.